Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about setting your prices the right way effectively. So ultimately, your business can be successful, the customers are happy, everyone makes money. At the end, I'm going to go ahead and go over some of my prices. And I'm going to say this again, I'm going to go over some of my prices, meaning they don't have to be your prices, they're mine. But it just gives you an idea because everybody likes to act like it's a big secret to tell your prices. I'm going to tell you my prices. So let's get into it. Oh, and just a FYI, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a bonus tip and I'm going to go over some prices that I use. My prices. Let me say it again. My prices. So just because they're my prices, don't mean they have to be yours. I've heard a lot of back and forth with different notaries. Oh, that's the wrong price for you. For me, it's the right price. You don't know how far I drove. You don't know what all went into my appointment. So mind your own business. Let's get into it. Okay, the first tip I'm going to give you is to do your research. When I say do your research, I mean the legwork. I mean, go on your phone or your tablet or your laptop, put in notary near me. Look at all your local notaries. I'm going to say maybe between 5 and 10 of them, right? Get you a paper and pencil. Get everybody's numbers, write them down so you'll know who you called already. Call them and ask them for a power of attorney price. And have a place in mind. So have that same place for all of them. So if they're local, think about telling them you're going to meet them at the Dunkin' Donuts or the Starbucks. That's local, right? So get a power of attorney's price, a will price. Ask them how much they'll charge to meet you and do a marriage certificate. So like all of the general notary docs. So the video I just did earlier this week, it listed a bunch of documents. So just go ahead, find out how much they're charging. And when you set your price, keep that in mind. So you write it all down. Because you don't ever want to be the most expensive. And you definitely don't want to be the cheapest. You want to be right in the middle. Right in the middle. So people will feel like you have competitive prices. Think like this. If you have the lowest price, so say you want to do something, you're like, oh, I'll charge $20. People going to look at you like, so everybody else is this price. Why is she so cheap? Is she really a notary? Is it fake? Like, you know what I mean? So take it from me. Do your research. The next tip I'm going to give you is to decide what value you're bringing to the table. When I say that, I mean what sets your business apart from other businesses. So are you going to be mobile? Are you going to provide printing services? Are you going to provide services to drop off documents? Are you going to be 24 hours? So what is it that you're doing extra where you can charge extra for a service? So what makes your business so much better than your neighbors? So think about that because that's going to be one of the things you're going to think about when you're coming up with your prices. What extra are you bringing? Because if you're mobile, that's like the best thing because you get to put that travel fee on there. So if you're here in Florida, you're not charging more than $10 a stamp, period. $10 a stamp and then your travel. Who sets your travel price? You. Who business is it? Yours. So you want to come up with the area that you're willing to drive and only charge a certain amount. And then if it's further than that, you go up. So you need to decide that for yourself. I can't decide that for you. At the end, I'm going to show you my prices, but it just kind of gives you a roundabout. You still have to come up with your own prices. The next tip I'll give you is huge. Know your state laws. You need to know your state law because you don't want to do anything that is against that state law and then you get in trouble. So what I'm going to try to do in the description, I'm going to try to link where you can go and download Florida's notary handbook. So you can click on it and go and download it, just in case you don't have it, okay? And that's if you're from Florida. But remember, know your state laws. It's crucial, because even if you don't know, you're still going to be held accountable. So it's better to know, right? Know your state law. Okay, so my next tip is come up with some package deals. It's going to be the holidays soon. Come up with a sale, Christmas, New Year's, whatever it is you want to do. Come up with a sale and run it all over your social media. But you can come up with different prices for the holidays, so people know when a holiday comes, look for you because you're going to have specials, right? Or you need to come up with package deals. So say a person gets a divorce packet done. I don't go stamp for stamp. It can be 6 stamps. It can be 10 stamps. All divorce packets are different because you don't know what a person's situation is. So an uncontested one or non-contested is different than one with children and property. And so you don't really know. So I just come up with a roundabout figure, like $60. So I usually charge like $60 for a divorce, and that's one person signing. Normally, it's more than 6 stamps. That's just what it is. It's more than 6 stamps, but you don't want to hit people across the head. So the next time they need you, they know that they can afford you. So if you like, oh, well, I'm going to charge $125. I'm going to count every stamp. So the next time they need something notarized, or if their grandmother, their cousin, or somebody needs something notarized, do you think they're going to think about you? They're going to say, you know what, let me find me a notary, but definitely not that last one I used because she was so expensive. See? You got to have that mindset. You want repeat business. It's the best business, okay? If you do a lot of signing at retirement centers, you can do something like, if you do a will, you can get half off of a power of attorney. Or if you do a power of attorney, you get half off the will. Something like that. So something that makes a person feel like they're getting value. They're getting a deal. Think about how we feel when we think we're getting a deal. Think about Black Friday. Oh, honey, even if you don't got money, you're going to be Black Friday shopping because you want that deal, right? You're a business. Give them a deal. And I just thought about it. Come up with a Black Friday deal. On that day, the day after Thanksgiving, run a crazy special. So guess what? Even if they want to get something notarized now, they're going to wait for that Black Friday sale. So advertise it all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you do, LinkedIn. Let everybody know that your notary business is having a Black Friday sale, and see what kind of new business you can get. Alrighty, my next tip is to create an actual price list. When I say that, don't just think of it and come up with it in your head and say, oh, that's what I'm going to charge. Because when you're on the phone or you're texting and you're doing other stuff, you're going to forget exactly what you said you were going to charge, right? Think about if you give a person a price and then 2 weeks from now, their cousin needs that document done. And you charged them this. And now because that was just something you charged them, now you charge them something different. They're going to be like, wait, my cousin just paid $10 less last week. This week you charging me $10 more. So you don't want to make people think that your prices are built on emotion. You want to have stability and you want them to be able to count on whatever your price is. So do your research, figure out how much it is you're going to charge for each service. Figure out what you're going to do as your package deals, and get a piece of paper, write it all down, right? After you write it down, take a picture of it with your phone. So even when you're on your phone, put it under your favorites. You can always go while you're talking on speaker, go to your favorites, pull up that picture, and you'll already have a thought in your mind as to what you're going to charge. Now, if that person is further than whatever area you set your mind to, then your price is going to increase. But ultimately, you have a roundabout figure in your head already and on paper. So it just makes it so much easier, I promise you. And it helps you be able to answer that question swiftly. Because the first thing they're going to say when you answer that phone, hello? Hello, you a notary? Yes. how much you charge. People will never give you information. So then you got to start with your probing questions. Where are you located? What type of document? How many stamps? All of that. So then once you get that information, you can go ahead and give them that price right off the top of your head. And then what are you going to do after you give them that price and you hang up that phone? You're going to text them a confirmation text to say, hey, thank you for choosing such and such mobile notary. Your fee will be XYZ. See you within the hour. So next time you'll remember how much you charged them, right? I know you watched that other video and you already know. Okay, so my bonus tip for this video is to adjust your prices regularly. And when I say that, I mean, don't come up with your price after you called around, did your research, and a year from now, you still have those same prices. Because the market goes up, it goes down, it moves around. So if the prices went up or if the prices went down, you want to be aware of that. Because what if all the price, so if there's new notaries in your local area, right? They don't know how to price. So they're going to charge $25 for a will and a power of attorney. If there's 10 new notaries in your area and everybody's charging cheap prices and you charging $60, do you really think you're going to make those $60? And how would you know if you didn't regularly check, right? So every maybe 5 or 6 months, do the same thing. Call around, make sure prices are about the same, right? Because remember, you don't want to go too high. You don't want to go too low. You want to be right in the middle, right? So regularly check your prices and adjust them as needed. I want to thank you for coming by my channel. If you received any value at all, if you could please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon.